to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
Welcome to Male Reality Lessons, where topics are reviewed and discussed as iron sharpens iron. Greetings. Before we step into today's video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Male Reality Lessons. We're a new channel and we're trying to grow. In this episode, we're going to talk about some of the gems that Katt Williams dropped. One in particular is The Power of Hollywood. And ironically, Jonathan Majors found out the hard way that they can make you as well as break you. But he was not the first that ran into this particular issue where his personal life intertwined with his professional life, which cost him his career.
As fans of the long-running ABC series will recall, Isaiah, an original cast member, was fired in 2007 after 3 seasons for using a homophobic slur against co-star T.R. Knight. After initially denying he used the slur, the actor later apologized. In a statement at the time, Isaiah said, "I can neither defend nor explain my behavior. I can also no longer deny to myself that there are issues I obviously need to examine within my own soul, and I've asked for help."
While veteran actor Isaiah Washington's situation happened to him real time and he never recovered, up-and-coming actor Nate Parker had an incident that occurred when he was in college. And some many years later, once he reached the age of 36 and was premiering a movie, it resurfaced.
The Birth of a Nation is already being talked about as this year's Best Picture, but there's major controversy as the film is set to open.
Do you feel guilty about anything that happened that night?
I don't feel guilty.
Nate Parker, the film's director and star, is talking to 60 Minutes about a troubling incident from his past. In 1999, he stood trial for allegedly raping a fellow student at Penn State University. Parker was acquitted. His roommate, Gene Celestin, was found guilty, but his conviction was overturned on appeal. The men remained friends and co-wrote The Birth of a Nation.
Do you feel you did something morally wrong?
As a Christian man, just being in that situation, yeah, sure. I'm 36 years old right now, and my faith is very important to me. So looking back through that lens, I definitely feel like it's not the lens that I had when I was 19 years old.
Julia Parker, the student who brought the charges, told a local TV station in 2002 that her life was ruined.
I won't go on campus. I won't go to Walmart or the grocery store by myself. I won't even go shopping alone.
She took her own life 4 years later.
I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. I found out in the news.
What did you think when you heard that?
I was devastated. It was shocking.
I'm Terry Miranda. We've got some breaking news. The jury in the Jonathan Majors domestic violence trial has found him guilty of 1 count of assault and 1 count of harassment, but acquitted him of another count of assaulting his former girlfriend. This comes after jurors spent 4 or 5 hours deliberating over portions of several days. And this is a case that has gotten a lot of attention. Jonathan Majors, a major rising star, and he met a crisis in this, and the jury has now returned with its verdict.
And there was a lot of talk about this trial impacting his future in the movie business. Rising star within the Marvel movies. Our legal contributor, Brian Buckmeyer, has been following this from the very beginning as well. So I guess let's first of all talk about the charges here. Brian, your first reaction.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of scratching my head just because I'm looking at the different charges, and let me break it down and explain. There are 2 different assaults here. One is intentional assault and one is reckless assault. Based on the number order that they're telling us, my guess, and please someone correct me if I'm wrong, is they're acquitting him of intentional assault, but finding him guilty of reckless assault, meaning that he just did something he should have known better, and it caused the injury of Grace Jabari. Then he's found not guilty of aggravated assault, which is to alarm, annoy, harass, or threaten someone and subject them to physical violence. But he's not guilty of that, but he is guilty of alarming and annoying Grace Jabari. To me, this sounds like we call it a King Solomon decision. They literally just split the baby and said half and half. But some of the convictions and some of the acquittals don't really make sense when you put them all together.
What do you think about this cancel culture? You see the situation with Jonathan Majors. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I don't know if maybe he can bounce back in a couple of years, but man, he was hot. He was hot. He was cooking. I mean, you see him in Creed. He's in the Marvel movies, and then just like that.
Maybe I'm a conspiracy theory, but I thought Cat Williams said any time they make you into that position, part of that contract is you do understand whenever we want to take you down, we can, right?
In closing, in Hollywood is one of the pivotal industries that if you don't have full autonomy or you have enough star power behind you that you can call your own shots, it leaves you at the mercy of those in power. And if you go against the grain, as evident in these three cases, your career can be virtually over. As they say, they can make you as well as break you. But I want to hear from you in the comments section. How do you feel about the circumstances that have happened to the previous actors mentioned, as well as Jonathan Majors and his situation as it stands today? As always, I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to Male Reality Lessons. Take advantage of looking at some other videos here on the channel. And have a good day.